The buzzer screamed through the packed arena like a final betrayal. The scoreboard frozen at 112 to 110, Warriors over Lakers. But Alex Harper's world shattered in the split-second replay on his triple monitors. His algorithm had predicted the game-winning three-pointer with 98.7% certainty, flagged it 3 plays earlier, sent the alert to the coaching staff in bold red caps, but it vanished into the ether, ignored like his morning coffee run. As the crowd chanted, "Curry! Curry!" Alex slumped in his ergonomic chair, the glow of his screens casting harsh shadows on his face, wondering if being the only out gay man in the Warriors' analytics department meant his data was just as disposable as he felt. Alex had joined the Golden State Warriors front office 2 seasons ago, fresh off a PhD in sports statistics from Stanford. His thesis on predictive modeling hailed as groundbreaking by professors who now ghosted his LinkedIn messages. At 28, he was the youngest lead analyst, buried in a windowless bunker beneath the Chase Center, where the air hummed with server fans and the faint echo of dribbles from above. His colleagues, mostly straight, mid-40s dads with fantasy league tattoos, tolerated him like a quirky mascot, but the whispers followed. That fairy number cruncher thinks he runs the show. It stung, but Alex buried it under layers of code, telling himself genius didn't need applause, just accuracy. That night, as the team celebrated in the locker room showers and champagne sprays, Alex lingered at his desk, tweaking variables for tomorrow's practice sim. The door creaked open, and there stood Jordi Reyes, the NBA's deadliest shooter, sweat-slicked jersey clinging to his 6 feet 7 inches frame, eyes wild from the adrenaline dump. Jordi, 26, was the league's golden boy, back-to-back three-point contest champ, son of a Hall of Famer, face on every billboard from LA to Vegas. He wasn't supposed to know Alex existed, let alone barge into the analytics lair at midnight. "Harper," Jordi said, voice low and ragged, like he'd run suicides for hours. He slammed a tablet on the desk, the screen glowing with Alex's ignored alert. This saved my ass tonight. Why the hell didn't Draymond get it?" Alex blinked, heart slamming against his ribs. Up close, Jordi smelled like Gatorade and victory, his dark curls matted, a fresh tattoo of a leaping eagle peeking from his sleeve. The relay glitched again. 3rd time this week. IT says it's bandwidth, but forget IT. Jordi leaned in, forearms braced on the desk, close enough that Alex could see the faint scar above his eyebrow from a high school elbow. "You're a wizard, man. That model of yours? It's like you see the chord in my head. From now on, you're my secret weapon. Direct line. No filters." The words hung there, electric, and Alex felt a crack in his armor, a warmth spreading that had nothing to do with the overheating servers. For the first time in months, someone saw him. Not the gay stats nerd, but the mind behind the metrics. As Jordi grinned that megawatt smile for the cameras upstairs, Alex typed back a single emoji, a basketball with flames. Little did he know, that flame would ignite a firestorm neither could control. By week 2 of their clandestine partnership, Alex's life was a whirlwind of late-night Zooms and encrypted Slack channels. Jordi would text at 2 a.m. from hotel rooms in Phoenix or Miami. Run the sim on Harden's pick and roll. Feels off. Alex, bleary-eyed in his Mission District apartment, would dive in, cross-referencing fatigue data with biomechanical scans, firing back heat maps that turned Jordi's shots from 42% to a scorching 51%. The team noticed. Wins piled up, 5 in a row, and whispers shifted from dismissal to wary respect. Harper's got Reyes dialed in. The assistant coach muttered in a staff meeting, sliding Alex a nod that felt like sunlight after rain. But respect came laced with poison. In the cafeteria, Mike from scouting clapped Alex on the back too hard, slurring, "Keep feeding the beast, princess. Just don't get any ideas." Laughter rippled, and Alex forced a chuckle, his fork stabbing at a sad salad. He confided in his sister, Lena, over FaceTime from her Seattle law firm. "It's progress, right? Baby steps." Lena, ever the fierce protector with her buzz cut and rainbow pins, arched a brow. "Baby steps toward what, Alex? You're carrying them on your back. Demand more." Jordi, oblivious to the undercurrents, pulled Alex into his orbit like a gravitational force. Practice invites turned to courtside seats. Alex in a team polo, clipboard in lap, heart in throat as Jordy's form blurred in warm-ups. One evening, after a brutal loss to the Clippers, Jordy dragged him to a dive bar in the Tenderloin, away from the velvet-roped haunts. No suits, no agents, Jordy said, sliding a whiskey neat across the scarred oak. They talked, not stats, but stories. Jordy confessed the pressure of his dad's shadow, the nights he'd faked sleep to dodge endorsement calls. Alex shared fragments. Growing up in rural Ohio, the Bible study group that outed him at 16, the scholarship that whisked him to California but left scars like phantom itches. "You're braver than me, Harp," Jordy said, clinking glasses, his knee brushing Alex's under the table, a casual accident that lingered like static. "I hide behind the arc. You're out there every day." Alex's pulse thrummed, a dangerous hope flickering. Was this friendship, or the start of something unspoken? He pushed it down, focusing on the burn of the liquor, the way Jordy's laugh lit the dim room like a flare. The first crack appeared during All-Star Weekend in Salt Lake City. Alex flew economy while the players lounged in first class, but Jordy waited at baggage claim with a bear hug that drew stares. "My guy," he boomed, and Alex melted into it, inhaling cedar cologne and possibility. At the skills challenge, Jordy's threes rained fire, but off stage, tension brewed. A reporter cornered Alex poolside. "Rumor has it Reyes owes his streak to your special insights. Care to comment on the bromance?" Alex froze, microphone hovering. "Just data. Team effort." But the article dropped next morning. Reyes gay guru. Analytics or affinity? Hashtags exploded. Secret weapon turned scandal fuel. Back in the hotel, Jordy laughed it off over room service burgers. Idiots. Let him talk. "You're gold." Yet his eyes darted, a shadow crossing his face. And when Alex reached for a fry, Jordy pulled back. Just a fraction, but enough to slice. The backlash hit like a fast break. Anonymous emails flooded Alex's inbox. "Faggot ruining the game." His boss called him in, door half shut. "Tone it down with Reyes. Optics matter." Alex nodded, throat tight, but inside, fury boiled. He poured it into work, refining models until they hummed like symphonies. Jordy noticed the chill, cornering him post-practice. "What's eating you?" Alex unloaded. The slurs, the sidelong glances, the way bromance twisted into something dirty. Jordy listened, jaw set, then pulled him into the empty weight room. "This stops now. You're not the gay guy. You're Alex fucking Harper, the reason I'm MVP bound. Anyone says different, they answer to me." It was the closest they'd come to a vow, sealed with a fist bump that held too long. Alex drove home that night through fog-shrouded bridges, radio crooning old Springsteen, wondering if love could bloom in such hostile soil. He journaled it later, words spilling. He's straight as the hoop he shoots through, but God, that light in his eyes when he says my name. Summer League brought the twist no algorithm could predict. The Warriors drafted a rookie phenom, Kai Lennox, a 6'4" sharpshooter from Duke with cheekbones that could cut glass and a smile that screamed trouble. Kai was out and proud, the league's new poster child for progress, and he latched onto Alex like a shadow. Compliments on his models, invites to queer brunches in the Castro, a hand on the small of his back that lingered. Finally, someone who gets it. Kai said over mimosas, his voice velvet. No hiding, no side eyes. Alex liked him. Kai's easy confidence, the way he danced at rooftop parties without a care, but it felt like a mirror, reflecting what he craved, not what he chased. Jordy watched from afar, his texts turning curt. "Who's the kid?" Then silence. At team golf outing, Alex hating every swing. Jordy exploded on the 9th hole, club slamming into the green. "You're ditching me for that show pony?" Alex reeled, fairway blurring. "It's not. Kai's just a friend. Like us. Like us." Jordy echoed, voice cracking. He stormed off, leaving Alex to explain to gawking caddies. That night, a voicemail. "Forget it. Focus on your new bestie. I don't need a secret weapon who plays both sides." The accusation burned. Jealousy? Or revulsion? Alex deleted it, but the seed of doubt rooted deep. Fall training camp amplified the rift. Wins came, but the chemistry frayed. Jordy's shots clanged off rims, his passes wild, and scouts whispered of a slump. Alex's data screamed overload. Jordy skipping recovery sessions, nursing hangovers from dive bars that reeked of avoidance. Desperate, Alex cornered him in the film room, projectors humming ghosts of old plays. Talk to me. The model's breaking because you are. Jordy paced, shadow boxing air. You think it's easy? The league's a meat grinder. Dad calls every loss, says I'm soft. And you? He stopped, breath hitching. Seeing you with Kai, it hit me. You're real, Harp. Out there, owning it. Me? I'm a fraud. Hiding who I am to chase rings. Alex's world tilted. Who you are? The room shrank, air thick. Jordy sank onto a folding chair, head in hands. Bye, okay. Since college. Kept it locked cause. Everything. Endorsements, fans, the whole machine. But you make me want to burn it down. The confession hung, a grenade with the pin half pulled. Alex knelt, hand on Jordy's knee, steady. Then don't. Not alone. Their eyes locked, a current arcing, friendship teetering on love's precipice. But as sirens wailed outside from a distant protest, reality crashed in. The door swung open, Mike from scouting frozen in the threshold, eyes wide. What the? The scandal erupted like a championship bottle uncorked too soon. Leaked photos, blurry, but unmistakable. Alex and Jordy in the film room, hands touching, faces inches apart. Headlines screamed, Ray is out? Warriors star in secret gay affair. Social media ignited. Trolls spewing venom. Allies rallying with rainbows. Jordy went radio silent, his agent issuing a denial. Misunderstanding. Focused on basketball. Alex, holed up in his apartment, fielded calls from HR. Indefinite leave. Protect the brand. Lena flew in, arms loaded with takeout and tissues. Fight it, she urged, pacing his tiny living room. This is your moment. Sue for defamation, go public. But Alex stared at his screens, models running simulations of fallout, endorsement losses for Jordy, ticket dips for the team, his own career in freefall. Kai texted support. I'm here. We fight together. Yet it was Jordy's absence that hollowed him, a void where data couldn't compute. Weeks blurred into a gray haze. Protests outside the arena, LGBTQ+ activists chanting for transparency, counter-protesters waving signs. Keep woke out of sports. Alex volunteered at a local center, teaching stats to queer youth, their wide eyes a balm. Numbers don't lie, he told a shy teen sketching graphs. People do. But nights brought dreams of Jordy's laugh, waking him sweat-soaked and aching. The turning point came in December, a charity game in L.A. Alex, uninvited, bought a nosebleed ticket, put up against recognition. From the rafters, he watched Jordy play. Mechanical, shots flat, fouls piling like regrets. Halftime, a text, unknown number. Section 312, row K, don't make me beg. Heart hammering, Alex descended, finding Jordy in a service tunnel, cap low, breath fogging the chill air. I fucked up, Jordy said, no preamble. Hid like a coward. Lost you, lost myself. Alex crossed arms, walls up. You denied us. Made me the villain in your PR script. Jordy winced, stepping closer. Not us. Not you. I was scared, of Dad, the league, everything crumbling. But without your voice in my ear, I'm just a shooter. With you, I'm whole. The tunnel echoed with truths long buried. Jordy spoke of bi-erasure in locker rooms, the hookups he'd buried under conquest narratives, the love he'd glimpsed in Alex's quiet strength. Alex confessed his own fears, falling too hard, too fast, only to be shelved like obsolete code. I thought you saw me, he whispered. Then you erased me. Jordy cupped his face, thumbs tracing jawlines. I see you now. All of you. And I love. The word hung, unfinished, as footsteps echoed. A security guard rounded the corner, flashlight beam slicing the dark. Players only. They bolted, laughing breathless through bowels of the stadium, emerging into the night like fugitives from fate. Back in the Bay, they rebuilt brick by brick. Jordy went public in a tearful presser. Alex Harper isn't a secret. He's my partner. In life, in the game. The league's bigger than closets. Backlash roared. Boos at tip-off, sponsors fleeing. But so did support. Curry tweeting solidarity, fans waving pride flags. Alex returned to analytics, desk now by a window, data flowing freer. Yet peace was fleeting. A bombshell dropped in February. Kai, bitter from the sidelines, leaked old emails, twisted snippets painting Alex as manipulative, Jordy as coerced. He preyed on vulnerability. Kai claimed in a tell-all podcast, voice dripping scorn. The team fractured, coaches doubting loyalties, players picking sides. Jordy confronted Kai in the parking lot, fists clenched. Why? Kai sneered. You chose him over progress. I'm the real face. Alex, eavesdropping from his car, felt the world spin. Betrayal from an ally, the sharpest cut. He drove to the Golden Gate, wind whipping, contemplating jumps his models never predicted. A call from Lena. Come home. Ohio needs you. But as fog rolled in, Jordy's Jeep screeched up. Don't, he pleaded, hauling Alex into an embrace. We end this together. The climax unfolded at the playoffs' edge, a do-or-die against the Nuggets. Pre-game, chaos reigned. Leaked medicals suggesting Jordy doped, a plant from Kai's camp. Alex accused of tampering. In the huddle, Jordy turned to the team. This man saved us. Stats, soul, everything. Without him, we're nothing. He kissed Alex's temple. Right there, arena pulsing. Gasps, then cheers, raw real. On court, magic ignited. Jordy's shots arced true, guided by Alex's halftime tweaks whispered through an earpiece. Final seconds, down by 2, Jordy pump-faked, rose, and swished. 105 to 103. The arena thundered, but Jordy's eyes sought Alex in the tunnel, mouthing, we did it. Post-game, truths cascaded. Kai confessed in a live apology. Jealousy blinded me. I'm sorry. Rehab for his insecurities, a new path. The league fined the leakers, bolstered inclusion policies. Alex and Jordy, hands clasped at the podium, spoke of love's math, variables of pain yielding solutions of grace. Summer found them in Ohio. Alex's childhood farm turned sanctuary. Jordy shot hoops with local kids, teaching arcs and acceptance. Stats say we're 1 in 10. He joked to Alex at dusk, arms around waist. But we beat the odds. Alex leaned back, sunset gilding them. Every time. In the quiet, they built. Therapy sessions unpacking prejudices, joint panels on queer visibility in sports. Twists lingered. A rival team poaching Alex with double pay, Jordy tempted by LA glamour. But choices anchored them. Staying, growing, loving fiercely. 1 year on, at the ESPYs, Jordy accepted MVP, dedicating it to my secret weapon, who taught me victory's not in the score, but in the heart beside you. Alex, teary in the audience, knew they'd rewritten the game, one vulnerable step at a time. As the confetti rained down in the ESPY spotlight, Alex felt the weight of 1,000 eyes, not judging now, but witnessing. Jordy's arm around his shoulders was a shield and a spotlight, but beneath the glamour, doubt gnawed like a loose thread. Backstage, amid flashing bulbs and backslaps, a producer slipped Jordy a card. HBO series. Your story. Lead roll. Jordy's grin faltered when he showed Alex later, over late-night tacos in their hotel suite. It's huge. But it's Hollywood. Lights, cameras, the whole circus. Alex chewed slowly, city lights twinkling beyond the window. And us? We become props in someone else's narrative. Jordy set down his fork, eyes searching. Or we control it. Tell our truth, on our terms. The conversation stretched into dawn, voices rising then softening, exposing fractures. Alex's fear of commodification, Jordy's hunger for legacy beyond the court. They slept tangled, but morning brought a tentative yes, to the series, to each other. Production started in earnest that fall, location scouting in San Francisco's foggy hills mirroring their own misty uncertainties. Alex consulted on the script, insisting on authenticity. No glossed-over slurs, no tidy resolutions. The writer, a non-binary vet of queer cinema, nodded fiercely. This isn't Brokeback Mountain 2.0. It's raw. The microaggressions, the midnight doubts. Jordy dove in, rehearsals turning him actor as much as athlete, but offset, tensions simmered. Paparazzi hounded them at brunch spots, headlines twisting dates into Reyes rebound romance. The first real storm hit during table reads. A scene depicted their film room confession, intimate and charged. When the actress playing a fictionalized colleague delivered the line, "What the hell is this? Boys Club gone gay?" Laughter rippled from the crew. Alex stiffened, hand squeezing Jordy's under the table. Later, in the green room, he confronted the director. That's not funny. It's the knife twist we lived. The room hushed, Jordy backing him. Tone it, or we walk. Apologies flowed, but the seed of distrust sprouted. Was their pain entertainment fodder? Meanwhile, the Warriors' season ramped up, demanding Jordy's focus. Alex balanced script notes with game prep, his models now league-wide, courted by ESPN. Pride swelled, but so did isolation. Old colleagues kept distance, wary of the TV guy. Lena visited, sensing the strain. You're both stars now. But stars burn out if they don't orbit right. She was right. Nights alone in editing bays. Alex questioned if love could withstand spotlights. A plot twist arrived unscripted. Jordy's dad, Marcus Reyes, the grizzled legend with 7 rings and a homophobic tweet history, announced a tell-all book. From the heart of the game, it teased chapters on modern distractions and preserving purity. Leaks hinted at digs at Alex. Numbers don't win championships. Character does. Jordy flew to Chicago unannounced, confronting his father in a sterile high-rise condo overlooking Lake Michigan. You gonna trash my life for sales? Marcus, silver-haired and unyielding, sighed. Son, I built walls to protect you. It's tearing them down. The argument raged, accusations of absentee fatherhood, defenses of tough love, until Marcus cracked, revealing his own secret. A college fling with a teammate, buried under decades of denial. I chose the ring over truth. Don't you? Jordy returned changed, hugging Alex at the airport with a fierceness that spoke volumes. He gets it. Finally, they shared the revelation over wine on their balcony, barriers crumbling further, intimacy deepening in whispers and shared silences. But vulnerability invited vultures. During a press junket for the series, a tabloid hack ambushed Alex. Rumor is, Reyes is using you for sympathy points. Bisexual beard. The question landed like a blindside block, microphones thrusting. Alex's mind blanked, then fired. Love isn't a stat to debunk. It's the variable that makes everything add up. Claps erupted, but doubt lingered. That night, he scrolled old messages from Kai. Apologies turned olive branches, wondering if patterns repeated. The series wrapped filming in a blur of reshoots and rain delays, premiering to acclaim at Sundance. Critics raved, a slam dunk for queer sports narratives. But success amplified scrutiny. Fan mail poured in, letters from closeted athletes, thank yous from parents, but so did threats, slash tires outside their gym, anonymous calls hissing slurs. Security details shadowed them, turning dates into stakeouts. Jordy, ever the protector, trained harder, channeling rage into threes that echoed like thunder. Spring brought playoffs again, the series shadow lengthening. The Warriors clawed to the conference semis, but Jordy's knee, an old injury flaring, threatened everything. Alex's data urged rest, doctors concurred. Yet in a closed-door meeting, the GM leaned in. Play through it, Reyes. Rings over rehab. Jordy nodded, but his eyes met Alex's across the table, betrayed. Game 3 against the Mavericks, disaster struck. Jordy twisted mid-drive, collapsing in agony, arena gasping. Carted off, MRI confirming tears, season ender. In the hospital, morphine-dazed, he gripped Alex's hand. My fault. Pushed too hard. Alex stroked his hair, voice steady. We'll rebuild. Like always. But privately, fury at the franchise boiled, exploiting pain for profit. Rehab became their new court, sessions in a quiet Oakland clinic where Jordy grunted through PT, Alex tracking progress with custom apps. Bonds forged in sweat. Late talks on identity. Jordy exploring by communities online, Alex journaling vulnerabilities. One evening, as sunset bled orange through windows, Jordy proposed. Not rings, but futures. After this, Europe? Play overseas, no NBA glare. Alex hesitated, career tethered to the bay. Together? Jordy nodded. Always. Yet twists lurked. Kai resurfaced, now a Warriors assistant, his redemption arc polished. He approached Alex at a fundraiser. Let me make it right. Co-author a book. Our stories, intertwined. Flattery tempted, but wariness won. Some chapters closed, Kai. Rejection stung Kai, birthing petty sabotage. whispered doubts to press about Alex's divided loyalties. The breaking point came in June. Book launch for Marcus's tome. Invites arrived. Peace offering? They attended, dressed sharp, hands linked. Marcus, podium-bound, veered from script. I was wrong. My son taught me love wins. Applause thundered, but afterward, in a private lounge, truth unraveled. Marcus confessed ghostwriting help from a rival agent, aiming to pressure Jordy into a trade. For your good, he claimed. Betrayal doubled, father and franchise colluding. Jordy exploded, storming out, Alex trailing. In the hotel bar, shots lined up, he slammed the counter. Everyone wants a piece. You, me, what's left? Alex pulled him close, amid curious glances. Us. The core variable. They talked till closing, decisions crystallizing. Trade demand. Book co-write with Marcus for redemption. Boundaries with Kai. Summer healed wounds. Europe beckoned. A trial with a Milan team. Alex remote analyst. Streets cobbled with history. Gelato melting on tongues. They explored freedom. Hand-holding without stairs. Jordy's shots arcing under Italian suns. But homesickness tugged. Lena's wedding in Seattle. Warriors draft whispers. Back stateside. Playoffs loomed sans Jordy, but Alex's models propelled underdogs. A call from Curry. Your brain's irreplaceable. Come back. Temptation warred with loyalty. In a rainy pier walk, Jordy knelt. Not proposal, but plea. Choose us over them. Alex's yes sealed it, futures aligned. Fall's crisp bite returned them to the bay, but the air crackled with unresolved static. Jordy's trade talks dragged, agents haggling like bizarre merchants, while Alex juggled ESPN gigs with Warriors consulting, a tightrope over chasms of conflict. Their apartment, once sanctuary with its view of Alcatraz and scattered scripts, now echoed with unspoken fears. What if Milan calls back? Alex mused one morning over espresso, steam curling like question marks. Jordy, icing his knee at the counter, forced a smile. Then we go? But this, us, stays non-negotiable. The first fracture widened during media training for the book tour. A crisis consultant, all sharp suits and sharper advice, grilled them. Downplay the gay angle. Focus on triumph. Jordy bristled. Alex's eyes narrowed. That's the point, Alex countered. The gay angle is the triumph. The session devolved into standoff, consultant dismissed, but seeds of resentment sprouted, Jordy accusing Alex of rigidity, Alex firing back on compromise. Nights cooled, beds vast as oceans. Enter Elena Vasquez, Jordy's new physical therapist, a firebrand Latina with a PhD in sports psych and a podcast on athlete mental health. She was brilliant, pushing Jordy through pain thresholds with empathy that bordered on electric. Sessions extended to coffee debriefs, her laugh a melody Alex hadn't heard from Jordy in weeks. Jealousy, unbidden, coiled in Alex's gut, not possession, but loss, the fear of fading into footnotes. Lena's wedding amplified it. Seattle's autumn leaves framed the ceremony, Lena radiant in a pantsuit, her wife-to-be beaming. Alex stood best man, toast laced with stats on love's probabilities, drawing chuckles. Jordy, charming the ants, danced with Elena via video, her remote cheers for his progress. Later, tipsy on the ferry ride home, Alex snapped, "She's great. Really, if I'm holding you back." Jordy stopped the motion, hands framing face. "Stop. You're my constant. Elena's a tool. You're the builder." Reconciliation sparked passion, not physical fire, but emotional thaw. They recommitted. Weekly check-ins, no phones dinners, vulnerability jars where slips of fears traded like currency. "Afraid you'll outgrow me," Alex admitted one night, paper trembling. Jordy read his. "Scared my body's breaking before my heart mends." Tears mingled, bonds reforged. But external tempests brewed. The book dropped to mixed reviews, praise for candor, slammed for whitewashing by experiences. Online forums dissected, Reyes panders for sales. Kai, now vocal ally, subtweeted shade. Authenticity or optics? Public spats ensued, dragging old wounds. Alex, moderating a queer sports panel, faced hecklers, sellout. Security escorted them out, but the echo lingered. Jordy's knee breakthrough came mid-tour, a charity game in Denver where he subbed in. nailing threes to roaring approval. Post-game, Marcus joined them on stage, arm around son, proud. Finally, healing, tentative. Yet in the green room, a producer pitched a sequel series, darker, exploring fractures. Real drama, she urged. Tempted, Jordy glanced at Alex, who shook head. Our story's not a franchise. Trade deadline loomed like guillotine. Offers flooded. Lakers glamour, Knicks chaos, Milan serenity. The Warriors countered with a lifetime analyst role for Alex, paired with Jordy's extension. Loyalty tugged, but a leaked memo revealed GM's ploy. Keep the gay narrative for PR, but bench Reyes if he falters. Fury unified them. Demand filed for release. In a snow-dusted Tahoe cabin, escape turned reckoning. Snowed in, they bared souls. Jordy's by guilt, suppressing fluidity for labels. Alex's imposter syndrome, stats masking self-doubt. I love all of you, Jordy vowed, fire crackling. Fluid fixed mine. Dawn brought decision. Milan, 2-year contract, fresh start. Packing stung. Goodbyes to Lena, Curry's bear hug, center kids drawings. Airport curbside, Kai appeared, flowers in hand. No strings. Just safe travels. Forgiveness, hard won, exchanged. Flight over Atlantic, hands clasped, Alex whispered. New variables. Jordy grinned. Infinite solutions. Milan welcomed with chaos. Paparazzi at Malpensa, fans chanting Ries. Their canal-side apartment overlooked Duomo spires. Mornings of cornetti and coffee yielding to grueling practices. Jordy thrived, his shop poetry under Italian lights. Alex consulting for EuroLeague teams, models adapting to metric courts. Romance bloomed in gelaterias and gondola rides, but culture shock nipped. Language barriers, conservative fan stares. A subplot twisted when Elena relocated, recruited by the team for full-time. Professional boundaries blurred. Her dinners, for progress reports, stretched late. Alex's unease festered, confided to a local expat group. Am I paranoid or pattern? Advice varied, but one truth resonated. Trust, but verify. Verification came brutally. A team party, Prosecco flowing. Elena pulled Jordy aside. Whispers, touches too familiar. Alex, nursing Limoncello, watched from shadows, heart fracturing. Confrontation in the alley. What's this? Jordy, flushed. Nothing. Old friend venting. Elena, intervening, he's lying. I pushed, he resisted. But the spark. Truth serum of alcohol. Jordy admitted flirty texts, harmless, but boundary crossed. The fight raged homeward, words weapons. You promised. You're suffocating me. Doors slammed, silences stretched. Alex crashed at a colleague's. Nights scrolling Milan Pride forums, questioning worth. Jordy, alone, sought Elena's counsel, irony biting, emerging with resolve, therapy, mandated. Couple sessions in a sunlit office unpacked it, Jordy's avoidance patterns, Alex's abandonment fears. Progress crawled, but yielded gems, shared playlists of Italian ballads, walks where hands found each other anew. We're not perfect equations, therapist noted. Messy proofs. Season's midpoint brought glory, a cup final against Real Madrid. Jordy, starter, orchestrated upset, trophy lifted amid fireworks. Alex, sidelines, cheered through tears. Post-victory, Elena tendered resignation. I overstepped. Go heal. Grace extended, chapter closed. Spring rains washed doubts. Summer festivals pulsed with possibility. Yet a call from Bay, Warriors in finals, needing Alex's models. One game, he reasoned. Jordy nodded. Go. I'll hold the fort. Distance tested, texts loving, but time zones warped rhythms. In San Francisco, magic reignited. Old haunts, Curry's grin. Game analysis proved pivotal, Warriors clinching. Elation soured when GM offered permanence. Your place here. Pull of home versus Haven Ward. Return flight. Alex found Jordy at Fiumicino. Sign reading my variable. Laughter dissolved tension. Foolish to think otherwise. Autumn leaves turned Milan's parks to gold, but beneath the romance, fault lines quivered. Jordy's stardom swelled, endorsements from Fiat to fashion houses, his face on billboards arching over piazzas. Alex, thriving in Euro analytics, published a paper on cross-cultural modeling, cited in journals from Lisbon to London. Yet success spotlighted disparities. Jordy's schedule a whirlwind of shoots and scrimmages. Alex's evenings solitary with laptops and lamplight. Were ships passing? Alex joked over risotto, but the humor rang hollow. The imbalance tipped during Fashion Week. Jordy, runway muse for Versace, mingled with models whose lithe forms and lingering gazes stirred Alex's insecurities. After-party invite. Networking, Jordy insisted. Left Alex home, scrolling Insta stories of laughter and clinking flutes. Midnight return, Jordy buzzed. Missed you. Alex's kiss turned interrogative. Anyone catch your eye? Jordy pulled back, stung. Always you. Why poison this? Apologies followed, but trust eroded like canal banks. Alex dove into work, partnering with a queer Italian startup on AI scouting apps, late nights birthing code. Jordy noticed, countering with gestures, surprise picnics in Parco Sempione, sonnets scrawled on napkins. You're my muse, he'd say, but words couldn't staunch the bleed. A seismic shift arrived with news from stateside. Lena pregnant, rainbow family expanding. Joy tempered by distance. Be Annie from afar, she teased in calls. Guilt gnawed. Alex booked flights, but visa snags delayed. Jordy, sensing drift, proposed routes. Buy a villa? Make this home. Tempting, but Alex's heart tugged westward. Family's calling. Complication compounded when Marcus visited. Grandfatherly overtures, tales of his Italian stints. Dinners charmed, but private talks revealed agenda. NBA's sniffing. Come back, son. Legacy awaits. Jordy wavered, knee strong, shots sharper. Alex overheard, heart sinking. Thought we chose this. Confrontation brewed over espresso, steam hissing like tempers. Am I just a European detour? Alex accused. Jordy recoiled. No, you're the anchor. But seeds of doubt flowered. Late calls to agents. Browser history of Bay Area listings. Alex, retreating, confided in a new friend. Luca, the startup co-founder, a soft-spoken Roman with eyes like espresso and a knack for algorithms. Coffee turned to collaborations. Luca's empathy, a gentle counter to storms. Jordy's jealousy mirrored past sins. Spotting them at a cafe, Luca's hand on Alex's arm in animated debate, he stormed in. What's this? Alex, calm work. Like your fashion friends. Tit for tat escalated, silence is weaponized. One night, Luca invited Alex to a queer film fest. As allies, he clarified. Jordy forbade it, voice cracking. Don't make me the villain again. Alex went, film on forbidden loves resonating too deeply. Return found empty apartment. Jordy at a teammate's, crashing on couches. Reconciliation teetered when Luca confessed over post-fest gelato. Admire you. More than friends. Alex, flattered but faithful, demurred, hearts spoken for. Luca nodded, boundaries intact, but the near miss ignited clarity. Alex penned a letter, pages of fears, dreams, unfiltered love, left on Jordy's pillow upon return. Reading it by dawn light, Jordy wept, calling Alex from the airport tarmac. Come get me. We're fixing this. Airport reunion dissolved in hugs. Drives home laced with promises. Joint therapy, transparent schedules, no more assumptions. Progress shown in small acts. Jordy attending Alex's conference. Alex cheering at Jordy's galas. Yet fate scripted irony. A Milan derby turned violent. Fans rioting post-upset, bottles flying. Jordy, signing autographs, shielded a young queer fan from slurs. Earning hero status, but bruises. Hospital vigil. Alex holding vigil. Reignited protectiveness. Can't lose you to chaos. Jordy, bandaged. Then let's build walls, together. Winter holidays beckon home. Ohio farm, snow-blanketed. Hosted kin. Lena's glow. Marcus's toasts. Family games unearthed buried tensions. Marcus probing trades. Lena sensing strains. New Year's Eve, under stars, Alex and Jordy slipped away. Resolutions? Jordy asked. You. Us. Always, Alex replied. Fireworks burst, sealing vows. Spring thawed doubts, but professional pulls persisted. NBA All-Star nod for Jordy. Honorary, knee limited, but required bay trip. Alex tagged along, panels and parties blurring lines. Curry's invite to a secret workout. Feel the vibe. Doors open. Nostalgia hit hard. Court squeaks. Camaraderie. A scout cornered Alex. Lead role. Front office. Your models changed us. Temptation peaked at a rooftop mixer. City lights winking. Luca texted, "Miss our brainstorms." Jordy, across the crowd, locked eyes, fear flickering. Later, hotel suite, confessions flowed. "Almost said yes," Alex admitted. Jordy nodded. "Me too. But home's where you are." Decision crystallized. Extend Milan, hybrid life, summer stateside. Twist turned when Elena reemerged, not rival, but ally. Visiting for a conference, she mediated a session. Patterns repeat unless broken. Insights unlocked. Jordy's flight response, Alex's freeze. "Love's active," she urged. Post-session, trio dined, laughs healing old scars. Season's end brought championship. Jordy MVP, trophy heavy with meaning. Podium speech. To Alex, my North Star in every storm. Cheers deafened, but private after-party, doubts resurfaced. What next? Rings rack up. Then what? Alex, champagne flute raised. Stories. Kids, maybe. Lives beyond scores. Summer idle in Tuscan hills. Villa rented. Days hiking vineyards. Amid olive groves, Jordy knelt properly. Ring simple. Gold band etched with equations. Marry me? Make the variables permanent. Tears, yes, embraces. Planning ensued. Small ceremony, blended families. But omens loomed. Leaked medicals questioning Jordy's knee longevity. Agent calls intensified. Retire now. Parley to broadcasting. Pressure mounted. Testing vows. In a vineyard dusk, Alex steadied. Your call. I'm in all scenarios. Choice. One more season, then pivot. The engagement ring caught Milan's sun like a promise, but shadows lengthened as training camp loomed. Jordy's final season, self-declared, drew scouts like moths, whispers of decline mingling with praise. Alex, ring finger-banded, balanced wedding whispers with workload, their planner a whirlwind Italian auntie insisting on truffle canapes. Amore needs feast, she trilled, but beneath frivolity, anxieties simmered. First rift cracked during bachelor trips. Jordy to Ibiza with teammates. Bros farewell, he called it. Text sporadic, photos of beaches and beers. Alex, in Rome for a symposium, dined with Luca and colleagues. Intellectual sparks flying harmlessly. A misinterpreted snap, Jordy's arm around a shirtless trainer, ignited texts. History repeating? Alex fired back. Trust two-way. Jordy returned contrite. Flowers wilting. Paranoia's poison. Therapy unpacked it. Past projections poisoning present. Marcus's health scare. Minor stroke. Yanked them stateside. Chicago hospital sterile. Monitors beeping regrets. Should have said more. Marcus rasped. Hand in Jordy's. Alex mediated, bridging gaps. Time now. Recovery interludes fostered bonds. Chess games where Marcus quizzed Alex's models. Admissions of pride. You saved him, he told Alex. Weight lifted, but timing tormented. Wedding dates shifted, guests juggled. Back in Milan, team dynamics soured. Coach, old-school tactician, bench Jordy early games. Protect the asset. Frustration boiled, shots erratic. Alex's data urged tweaks, lineup shuffles, but coach dismissed. American fairy tales don't fly here. Slurs stung, reported, but backlash minimal. Cultural difference, HR shrugged. Jordy raged in locker room. Apologize or I walk. Standoff ended in concession, but trust fractured. Personal storm brewed with Lena's complication. High-risk pregnancy, bed rest ordered. Alex shuttled transatlantic, wedding postponed indefinitely. Family first, Jordy supported, but isolation crept. Solo practices, empty evenings. Elena, back as consultant, filled voids. Professional, but chemistry crackled. A late session, her hand on his fore alignment, blurred lines. Jordy confessed to Alex via call. Pushed away. Stupid. Distance amplified. Fix it yourself first. Crisis peaked mid-season, a rivalry match in Barcelona. Jordy, starting, twisted knee again, echo of old trauma. Sidelines, Alex's heart stopped, models irrelevant. ER confirmed strain, not tear, but season in jeopardy. Hotel room. Ice packs and ibuprofen. Jordy broke. Bodies betraying. What's left? Alex, holding. Mind. Heart. Us. But doubt seeped. Retirement whispers grew. Kai's olive branch turned thorn. Visiting for a Euro tourney, he cornered Alex. Heard about the knee. Come back. Warriors have a spot for you both. Advisory. Flattery laced with motive. His own promotion hinged on reuniting the dream team. Alex demurred, but seed planted. Jordy, overhearing, accused. Sabotaging again? Paranoia looped. Fights cyclic. Wedding revival in spring. Intimate. Lake Como Villa. Wildflowers and vows handwritten. Lena, wheeled in. Teary. Marcus toasting with steady hand. In chaos, you found calm, he said. Rings exchanged. Kisses sealed under pergola blooms. Honeymoon in Amalfi. Cliffs and seas. Reignited spark. Bodies close but souls closer. Talks of adoption dreams. Post-career ventures. Yet glory eluded. Playoffs. Jordy hobbled through quarters. Team faltering. Final against Olympiacos. Down by 10 at half. Coach pulled him. Save for next year. Defiance flared. Jordy subbed back illicitly. Nailing clutch threes. But foul trouble ended it. Loss bitter. Post-game press. Legacy's heart, not hardware. He declared, arm around Alex. Offseason brought pivots. Retirement announced, presser emotional. Grateful for courts, but life's next quarter calls. Offers flooded, NBC analyst, motivational speaking, queer advocacy foundation with Alex. They chose hybrid, Bay Base, Milan Pi de Terra, Book 2 on transitions. Twist via Lena, twins incoming, names brainstormed over Zoom. Joy tempered by Marcus's decline, dementia creeping. Visits became rituals, stories recorded for posterity. Your mother's laugh, Marcus murmured, fading but fond. Kai's redemption arc completed, Warriors GM, extending invite. Build with us. No strings, genuine. Acceptance, advisory roles, closing circles. Summer farm life, Ohio acres, Jordy coaching youth camps, Alex tutoring stats. Evenings porches, stars witnesses to whispers. Ready for more? Nods, plans for family. But undercurrent stirred. Anonymous email to Alex. Leaked affair rumor, Elena's name attached. Investigation revealed rival agent smear, lawsuit filed. Victory in court, but emotional toll. When does it end? Jordy asked. Alex, when we say. Healing in Hawaii. Vows renewed on black sand beaches. Waves absolving. Return fortified. Foundation launched. Secret weapons. Mentoring LGBTQ plus talents in sports. Years folded like well-worn score sheets. The Bay's fog a constant companion to their evolving rhythm. At 35, Jordy traded sneakers for suits. NBC booth his new court. Color commentary laced with insider wit. Alex guesting on analytics segments. Their banter a fan favorite. The foundation flourished. Scholarships doled to wide-eyed queer athletes. Stories echoing their own. From shadows to spotlights. Home, a Victorian in No Valley, bustled. Twins Miah and Theo, adopted at 2, their laughter chasing echoes of old doubts. Marcus's passing came gentle, spring equinox, surrounded by kin. Eulogy co-delivered, Jordy and Alex wove legacies. He learned late, but loved fierce. Grief shared deepened them, therapy a touchstone. Lena's family, now quartet, barbecues bridged gaps, rainbows woven into every holiday. Challenges persisted, subtle as free-throw arcs. A documentary pitch, Behind the Weapon. Promised canonization, but pride too deep. Old flames interviewed. Twists fabricated for drama. Rejection unanimous. Our narrative, not theirs. Instead, they penned Memoir 3, Variables of Victory, bestseller teaching resilience. Personal tempests. Mia's school bullying. 2 dads weird. Met with camps and counselors. Alex's stats on allyship turning talks to action. Theo's basketball prodigy spark. Jordy coaching gently. Win with heart, not heat. Pride swelled, fears quelled. Anniversary 10th. Paris surprise. Eiffel glow mirroring early sparks. Over escargot, Jordy reflected. From secret to symphony. Alex, every note earned. Vows whispered, futures bright. Legacy rippled. NBA policy shifts. Inclusion mandates born of their advocacy. Kai, commissioner whisperer, credited. You cracked the code. Elena, married in Milan, sent toasts to unbroken boundaries. Twilight walks, twins asleep, they dreamed aloud. Travels with kids, Foundation Global. Full circle, Jordy said, hand in Alex's. From nobody to everything. In quiet, love's equation balanced. Prejudices overcome, misunderstandings mended, twists tamed. The statistician and shooter, once invisible, now indelible, proving, in the game of hearts, the boldest shots win.